Yo, what's going on, guys? It's a boy Lesiba Mothupi. We're back again on another YouTube video. So on today's video, we are going to be speaking about something very interesting. This topic here, I've been delaying a bit long to speak about it because I felt somehow, but I was like, you know what, maybe today is the day, maybe today is that actual day whereby I get to share some of the steps that actually helped me go from literally starting off with 300 rands all the way to over 10 million rands. So those are the steps that I'm going to give you guys. It'll be detailed in 5 specific steps. And also just make sure that you watch up until the very end, just so you are able to get all the information that you need for you, not to just hit that 10 million mark or anything like that, but to be able to just get to a specific level that you want to get, or get to a specific financial goal that you've given yourself. You understand? That's the whole purpose of this video. And make sure that you like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, so whenever I share such videos that are valuable, that are about you instead of me talking about me and all those things, make sure that you will be one of the first people that actually get notified when they are uploaded, and you can watch as quickly as possible and start applying these things, because the most important thing is to apply this knowledge. You can watch, you can gather all information and knowledge, but if you don't apply it, then it's not gonna work for you. So the most important thing is implementation. So let us start with it. So now we're starting off with the very first one, and the very first one is literally you need to have a strong why. So most people, I understand that with, especially when it comes to you wanting to hit that financial target, having a strong why is very important, because it gets to a point where you need to start understanding that why, and not only understanding that why, but that why is actually the one thing that's gonna pull you. You understand? So let's say now you are in a tight situation, you've got a family, kids, beautiful wife and everything, you've got a family going on, and your why is that you want to upgrade, or let's say now things are going sour, you're losing your job, you're about to lose money and stuff, and your strong why is to be able to still provide shelter and to be able to still provide food for your family. That's a strong why. It means that no matter how many times you feel like giving up, you are still gonna continue waking up and putting in the work, because if you don't put in the work, that means that they won't have shelter. If you don't put in the work, that means that they won't have food to eat. You understand? So you need to have a strong why. Having a strong why is going to help you be able to just through all obstacles, through what seems like an impossible phase to actually overcome, through each and everything that you didn't even think that you'd be able to overcome. Having a strong why is actually going to help you get to that level and overcome it and experience more better experiences, because your why is actually what keeps you going. And one thing that I like about having a strong why is that even if you reach a specific level, your why will be the reason of you to still continue pushing. Let's say if you're one that would want to help 1 million people, and you want to help 1 million, that's your strong why. Even if you made 100 million from just helping 100,000 people, you'd still believe that you need to push, because your target is not 100 million or anything like that. Your target is actually helping 1 million people. So that whatever that comes with helping 1 million people, you are not going to be focused on that. Yes, you'd be enjoying that, but you're not going to be too focused on that, because you'd be too focused on your strong why, your purpose. You understand? Your why is actually your purpose. So you need to have a very strong one, and you need to make sure that you are supporting it each and every day. You need to make sure that each and every day you believe in your why, you believe on your why. So let us now move over to the second point. So one thing that I'll do is that I'll also make sure that I get in as detailed as possible. And also maybe I'll share with you, not even maybe, I'll share with you guys some of my personal experiences. So let me speak about my why. So when I started out, obviously you guys know my story. I've seen myself live in a garage with my siblings and my mom, and it started off there. I had that mindset of instead of me crying about this whole situation and me saying that no, we are now in the garage 1 2 3, I don't like my parents 1 2 3, instead of me seeing it that way, how about I just change my perspective? How about I do something to change that situation, to change and create a better situation for myself and my family? So even now, whether I've made the specific amount of money, or whether I'm still pushing and stuff, it's still in me that I need to take care of my family. I've got siblings, I've got obviously parents, I've got external families and stuff. So but the most important thing is that I need to take care of my family. And taking care of your family is not giving them 1 million each and then you're done with them. No, taking care of your family is literally showing up each and every month, being there for them, whether it's financially, emotionally, anything. They know they can rely on you concerning anything. So that's that happened to be my strong why. Till this day, when I feel like giving up, when I feel like I reached a level whereby I don't need a lot, I'm chilled, I can just relax, I have a lot going on 1 2 3, instead of me just being comfortable with that level, what I do is that I look back at my why, and then my why is like, nah, you're not yet like, at that level. You're not yet at, that strong level of taking care of your family in all types of, doing everything that you actually want to do for them. Not only that, because as soon as I started learning more about taking care of them, I actually noticed that I love seeing other people smile. So I also started focusing more on taking care of other people too, you understand? So that actually tend to be my strongest why too. So till this day, that's why I still got like, my forex pieces, that are, I'll still do donations, I'll give away, I'll do 1 2 3, I'll do a lot of things that are like, all about making people happy, because of the fact that my why is like based on that. So for me to be able to donate, for me to be able to take care, I obviously need to have money, I obviously need to have some sort of income, so I can continue pushing my strong why. That's actually one of the things that actually pushed me, né? So moving over to the second step, guys, getting straight to it, guys, the same way that I was able to flip 300 rands all the way to 10 million rands plus, so especially at the age of 23. But yeah, but I'm moving over to the second one, guys. So this one here is super nice, because I like speaking about such things, like speaking about goal settings and all these things, because those are one of the things that actually helped me or changed me as a person for good. So the second one is you need to have a detailed goal or a detailed plan, but not only that, also have a time frame for it. So if let's say you've got a financial goal that you've set for yourself, I remember I even done this with my brother when he came here by me. He's like, I just want to make a lot of money. I was like, no, you shouldn't see life that way. Don't be like, I want to make a lot of money. How much is a lot for you? Is 1 million a lot? Is 100,000 rands a lot? Is 100 million? You understand? Like, you need to have a detailed goal. So if you're like, I want to make 1 million, that's a detailed goal. Also have what? Time frame. Put yourself some time frame, you understand? So like, let's say if you know that you've got 1 million, you want to hit 1 million, you can put it at a level whereby you are like, in 12 months time, I need to see myself having 1 million. Also be specific. How do you want to see yourself making that 1 million? Do you want to see 1 million in your bank account sitting as available balance, or do you want to see that in all those 12 months you're able to make 1 million? Or like, how do you want it? Like hard cash, do you want it, an asset that's worth 1 million? Do you understand? Like, you have to be specific with your goal. And on top of that, like, I even prefer you guys going back to some of my YouTube videos where I speak about goal setting and all those things. Those are like much more detailed, and you'll be able to see or have a whole video that speaks about goals and how you can set goals and everything, eh? But time frame is also important, because looking at it, you can't, if you just say I want to be a millionaire, you can be a millionaire after 30 years. Are you comfortable with that? Do you understand? You need to be able to be specific with your time frame. So if you are like, you're 19 years old or you're 20 years old, and you know that you want to make money, or maybe 1 million by the time you are like 25 or something like that, put it there. Don't be scared. Put it 10 million or 5 million by the time because I give myself, for me, personally, I think when I started out, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put myself, I firstly said, I never had like 1 million as a goal. I actually had 10 million as a goal. So that was like one of the first goals that I had, because I like, while watching, goal setting videos and all those things, it came to a point where they were like, if you've got a goal of like 10 million, even if you feel you're gonna be on 20%, which is like 2 million, and I was like, wow, it'll be nice for me to fail but still be on 2 million. Do you understand? So that's how I saw it, and then I just went straight to 10. And then yeah, I didn't think it would happen. Like, it obviously at first you think that it's impossible to make, because you don't know anyone close to you that have seen or touched 10 million. But once you start making it, you see that, okay, no, those are some of the things that I can, there's actually unlimited potential in you that you can reach, which we are going to be speaking about it in the next few steps now. So stay with me here, guys, stay with me. This is about you. So let's speak about it. So yeah, have a time frame, be specific. In the next 5 years, I want to see myself with 1 million in the bank account as my available balance. That's the most detailed thing that you can say. And one thing that I like about this is that, like, it teaches you also to have a deadline, or it teaches you also to work towards something, knowing that at this specific time frame, this is where I'm working towards, or this is where I should be at. You can even track your progress, meaning that within, like, if your goal is 5 years, within 3 years time, you can go back and see how far you came. You understand? Are you still moving forward? 1 2 3, and all those things. And it's also going to give you that edge, like, that time is hitting now, so are you hitting your goal? Do you understand? So I like just saying, this is my goal, I'm done. Like, you're not gonna have a strong edge. Like, everyone, if you ask someone, any person that you are with now, or maybe anyone that you walk into in the streets, and you ask them, do you want to be a millionaire? They are going to say yes. And ask them, do you believe that you can be a millionaire? They can say, yes, I believe that I can be a millionaire. But most, like, close to 80% of them wouldn't even be a millionaire because of the fact that, like, they haven't got detailed goals, and they haven't got detailed time frames of what it is that they want, or when is it that they want it. So that is the second one, guys. Let me not get lost into this. I love speaking about such information. So obviously, like, I'm going to speak a bit longer, but this is meant for those that click with me. This is meant for those that actually can get into my mind and see, okay, this guy is actually going there and stuff. So if you're watching up until here, you're one of those people, make sure that you like share this video too, so your friends and family members can also get to be to benefit from this knowledge or this information. So now let's move over to the third one. Now moving over to the third one, guys. So I know and understand that a lot of you guys would be like, yeah, it's simple to say I want this, but how am I gonna get there? Which brings us to this topic, guys. The third one is actually, you need to develop a vehicle for funding. As simple as that. Develop a vehicle for funding on your goal, for funding on your time frame, for funding on your project, or for funding on that specific ultimate goal that you have. So developing a vehicle doesn't really have to be like something anyone else, let's say anything that anyone else can do, or it doesn't have to be something super unique. It can be as simple as having a job that pays you this specific amount of capital. You understand? So it's all about like having some sort of funding. If you are one of those people that wouldn't mind pitching out to let's say you wouldn't mind pitching out to investors about your idea, and then get capital, and then run a business 1 2 3, then you can go ahead with that. So you can get funding such as investors. So let's speak about someone that doesn't have clue where to get investors, doesn't know where to start off with approaching investors and stuff. Let's speak about that specific person, because that's where I started. My vehicle for funding was actually forex trading. So forex trading was actually my vehicle. That's why even now, the way that I was able to accumulate this money, it's not just because of forex, but forex is the vehicle for each and everything that I have. Or forex literally did change my life. If it wasn't for forex, I would never even be in this position that I'm at. I don't even know what position. Maybe I'll still be in school because I was studying engineering and stuff. I'd be maybe underclass and stuff, which is also a good thing, not a bad thing, but maybe that's where I would be, which maybe I couldn't have changed people's lives doing that. This I love, because I'm changing people's lives. So I had to develop a vehicle for funding, come up with a way on how is it that you're going to be able to bring in money, bring in cash flow, like have some sort of cash flow. It's either you're gonna have to go out there and do some labor work. If you literally have nothing, no resources, nothing, can start off by cutting things, cutting green, doing all these things, doing labor work. If not, maybe you can sell things. You can be one of those people that I spoke about. You be the middleman of selling. Let's say I'm selling something, someone is buying, you be the middleman, then you get a commission for that. And so you can also do that. Or if you've got money, maybe you can buy some inventory, or maybe anything that you can sell, you can buy something and resell it. You understand? So there's ways that I can help you with this step, because you know how you can bring in money. It doesn't have to be a lot of money every month. It just has to be some sort of cash flow that keeps on coming into your bank account each and every single month. And obviously it needs to be a skill that you can improve, because if it's a skill that you can improve, it means the better you become, the more you make. You understand? So those are two different ways to see it. If it's a skill, the better you become, the more that you actually make. So even if you're making 5,000 rands a month from whatever that you're doing, once it's a skill, once you've accepted it to be a skill and you start improving that skill, obviously you're gonna go to 15k a month, 20k, 30k, 50k a month. You understand? With just that simple skill. And now moving over to the third one, guys. So the third one is super exciting, because this is one of the things that I like speaking about, and it's one of the things that actually did help me or save me out a lot. It is to actually invest in multiple businesses, or to actually invest into multiple sources of income. You understand? So with this one here, it can I highly recommend it not to be something that would take a lot of your time, because already your skill or your job or whatever is taking a lot of your time. So your investing in multiple sources of income, it actually can be something that's passive. Do you understand? Something that can be passive income. There's different types of passive incomes out there, guys, which a lot of people can get access to, literally close to. There's a lot of passive incomes that even till this day, when I look at them and the way that I'm making money and stuff, and I'm like, wow, this is one of the ways that literally anyone can make money off of the internet from, you understand? So there is not really like even the information, it's out there. Like you can get the information out there. You can just start off by going on YouTube and search how to make passive income. Then you'll see a lot of informations about how you can do this, how you can do this, how you can do this. So, and that'll help you be able to take some of that money that you're making, invest in these businesses, you understand? Because you can invest back into, let's say you can invest back into your skill or something. Yes, some of the profits that you're making from this business or the skill that you have to obviously reinvest it into your brand or your company or yourself, just so you become better. But you can't take all that money and invest into only that, you understand? So you need to have multiple sources of income, which is, that's why they say like normal, an average millionaire would have 7+ incomes. So if you only have one income and you think that you can get to where you want to get with only that one income, what happens if you reach a rainy storm? What happens if, you know, during that time frame your market or your industry is experiencing a crisis, like, you know, a crash or business is running slow and stuff? What happens? You need to have other incomes that are going to continue just printing money like this for you. So no matter what, you're still able to do what, to capitalize and grow your income, grow your money sources, né? So that's the one thing that I like, that I love, because I love just creating businesses, opening businesses, doing this, trying new things. I'm one person that likes to try new things. Even till this day, I've got businesses that are doing, others that are doing well, others that I'm still learning, others that are like, you know, I've got all these things that are going on. And it's simple on how I start with it. It's not like, you know, I've always been a person that I don't even do things that are like super extraordinary. I just go out there, I see what someone else is doing, I try to remodel it into a way whereby I'm comfortable with, and then after that I implement it, and then I make sure that I remove myself as much as possible from that, just so it continues and it's able to run on its own without me being there. And the only thing that I need to do is just focus on how to grow that one business, you understand? So those are ways to see it. You need to invest some of that money or those profits that you're making into multiple sources of income, passive income. Guys, you need to be honest with me. Like going from literally zero at the age of 19 years old to like 10 million plus at the age of 23 years old is not that, like, you know, it's not something that, like, you know, you get to see each and every now and then. Which brings me, like, you know, to this one specific step, you know, because one thing that I like about this is that, like, you know, where would you get this information? Like, if people like the ones that are able to do it don't share such information, where would you get information such as this, you understand? Because in schools, first of all, they do not teach such information, and secondly, some of us had to, like, you know, lose a lot of money. We had to go through a lot of heartbreaks, we had to go through a lot of scars, we had to go through betrayals and everything, just so we are able to say some of these words and you can easily implement it. Obviously there'll be things that you are going to go through, but your journey might be a bit more simpler, your journey might be a bit more easier, because you are seeing that, oh, one brother is able to make it through, maybe I can make it through, and use some of these steps that he's sharing, implemented, maybe I'll make it through quicker. Do you understand? Because honestly speaking, it took me 36 months to get to a level such as this, and I know that I'm going forward. You know, you guys know my target and stuff, but it's also positive to see that. Like, I remember one day I was sitting at the office and we were speaking about trading plans and stuff. Then I went back to my old trading plan when 2017, when I started, like, you know, drafting out a trading plan. And that goal was like, I need to have 10 million, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And it was funny because when I was saying it now, I was at the other side. I wasn't, I need to have, I was able to already make this much, understand? So that like touched me. And from there, I started believing in more bigger goals that I've set for myself, because I was able to see, I didn't even see it being reached, but eventually, like, you know, when you look back, you start seeing, oh wow, I was able to break this goal, oh, I was able to hit this one, I was able to achieve this one, you understand? So those are some of the things that I like, guys. And this topic here, how I flipped 300 rands, my very first trading account, 300 rands to over 10 million rands plus, I love it. So let's move on to the fifth one before I get lost in this. The fifth one is you need to be aware of your self-awareness. Now you need to be consistent. The actual one is you need to be consistent with your self-awareness. So what do I mean by this? Obviously, guys, like, you know, when you start making a few capital or money here and there, you're gonna want to come up with excuses on why you should do that. Oh, I need a new outfit because I've been wearing the same clothes. Oh, I need new shoes because I need to show people that I'm making money. Oh, I need this. Oh, excuses. You need to cut that off. You need to still stay as disciplined as you've been at the very beginning. When you're hungry, when you're starving, you made a promise to yourself that if you get money, you want to respect it, because once you respect money, it's gonna respect you too. So you need to sorry. So you need to make sure that you're respecting money. You need to stay consistent with your self-awareness. What the things that you've been doing back then that helped you get to that level, continue doing it. If you've been watching YouTube videos, learning a lot from specific peoples and stuff, continue doing that. Because if you stop and think that you've reached, like, 1, 2, 3, like you are now a person that's like, you've reached your goal, you don't need growth, 1, 2, 3, obviously you're gonna be at that one, you're gonna be stuck at that one level, and you might even go back down, you understand? Because there's no progress, there's no movement in moving forward. So you need to be consistent with your self-awareness. What do I mean by this? Some of the things that I do is obviously meditation. How I help myself with my awareness is via meditation. I actually do meditate on a daily basis. It's also through affirmations, like, the things that I tell myself, words that I tell myself, words that I actually believe in, and things that I'd love to live by, you understand? So those are words that I actually put into my conscious self. And also, not only that, but also prayer, guys. So prayer for me has been a very powerful thing, changed my life massively. Without it, like, I would literally never even think of being in such a situation. So prayer, I go through prayers on a single basis. So on a daily basis, I meant. And yeah, so and also reading books, like gathering information. For me, reading books, gathering information, those are also some of the things that actually helped me. So I still go out there, I still do go through courses. I would buy this person's course just to see what it is that they have of this business model. I see if I want to implement it or not. 1, 2, 3. I still read books. Obviously reading books is something that I think I'll never stop. And like, I still do all these things, and those are things that are actually helping you grow. Those are things that are making you be a better person. So you need to be consistent with that, no matter what. No matter the day you feel like you don't feel like waking up and waking, no matter the day it's raining or it's very hot or whatever, like, you need to stay consistent with this and never ever put someone else accountable for your own actions. You can't really say that I bought this course at this person and that person didn't teach me too well, that's why I'm not yet there. Doesn't make sense. Go get another one. Go get courses till you actually understand one person that's speaking something. You understand? Like, do a lot of, like, go out there, make sure that you're putting in a lot of work in this specific task that you've got. Like, this is like a very simple task that you will need to do, but it's gonna change your life massively. Like, coming up with, from the first step, like, your why. Second step, coming up with detailed goals and plans and timeframes and stuff, all the way down to the 5th step. Those are things that, like, I'm looking at it, maybe it might be simple and stuff. It's nice to listen to someone saying such things, maybe for motivational purposes, but when you have to go out there and put in the work, you implement some of these strategies, that's when you will see that, okay, no, there's a way forward here, and if I continue doing this, this is going to happen. If I don't do this, you understand? Like, you start to even learn a bit more about yourself. And this journey is a very powerful, it's a very nice journey, because reaching your goal is not what actually matters. What matters is the person that you become in the process of hitting your goal. That person is the one that's actually going to hit that goal. So you need to make sure that each and every day you are becoming a better person. Because if you're a better person, each and every day your bank can grow, your relationships can grow, you can smile a bit more better. You are in a beautiful position that most people would love to be in. And if you're humble about it, and if you know what you're working towards, or if you know what your why is and your purpose and all those things, then you'd know that you're working towards a specific something. You'd never hit a point whereby you are like, I'm too chilled, let me relax, let me do, and you'll always be working towards something, which is your why. And that's how, guys, like, I'm using these steps, guys. To be honest, I was able to flip, like, 300 rands to 10 million plus, and that happened nicely. Like, someone would be like, maybe did you take 300 rands and then flip it over to 10 million immediate? No, it doesn't work like that. Like, it usually doesn't work like that. In the process, that was my initial start. Like, I started with trading with 300 rands. The very first profit that I made from trading was a lesson. The very first negative that I took from trading was a lesson. I went in again. That second time that I went in with the loss, with the mindset, or with the information that I've learned already from the previous 300 rands that I've lost. You understand? And then from there, like, I started implementing, and then obviously I'd lose money here, I'd gain money here, and then obviously I do what I went to when I started making money consistently, because at first forex was my only income and stuff. You understand? So when I started making money, seeing cash flow coming in and stuff, that's when I was like, maybe I can invest in this, maybe I can take some of the money that I have and do this. This is actually going to bring me, even if it's not a lot, but this much every month, so I don't have to worry about the bills. Even if I know that whether I traded today, whether I didn't trade today, whether I lost money today, whether I made money today, I know that at the end of the month, the bills are being taken care of. I'm still taking care of my family. I won't tell them excuses of I blew my account last week. You understand? Like, I know that things are still running on my side. Those are the 5 steps that I actually need you guys to go out there, implement it. Don't just watch this for motivation purposes, but know that it's possible. Someone was able to do it. You can do it too. I believe that you can. I know that you can. Make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you share with loved ones, someone that you care about, because once they get this information, then they can also be at a better level and they can help you out a lot. But it's a boy Mothupi. That's how I was able to flip 300 rands into 10 million rands plus. See you on the next video.